Hi everyone, welcome to the another video of Azure Pipeline series. So in our last video, we have seen how to do the build pipeline, right? So which is CI, continuous integration. So in this video, we'll see how to do the release pipeline, which is continuous deliverable, right? So we have deployed the code and we have generated the artifact. So we have to pass this artifact to the each environment, like each stages, to deploy the same code that will give the app services up and running, right? So for example, we have placed this artifact. In this artifact, it has to pass to across all the environment, dev, EVA, stage, or UAT, or prod, right? So how to create the release environment, we'll see. So in our last video, we have created this build pipeline, right? So we have seen this running this Postman collection on the build pipeline, right? So we were successfully able to execute. I mean, we are successfully able to run, and we were able to generate the HTML report, right? So this is a test report, the default one that comes from the Azure DevOps. And this is the one where we have created the HTML report, which is HTML extra Newman report, right? So we are going to use the same build or same artifact for the release pipeline also, okay? So for that, what we can do, we can go to the release tab here and we can click on the new pipeline. Okay, so now it will come like this. So what you can do, you can click on the empty job, or we can close this one. First, we have to add the artifacts, right? So simply click on the add artifacts and you can select the build. This is my project, which is this project name. And you have to select which repo, which build you have to select. So here we have seen multiple builds, right? So I have like around 4 to 5 builds pipeline. So you can see REST API, TestNG, Azure repo, right? So this is the one we are continuously seeing on these videos. So now I'm selecting the Azure repo, right? So yeah, sorry, REST API. So REST API this is the one, and we can select particular version that you want to use in the release pipeline. So if you see here, the latest one is 77, right? So here you can see the build number is 77. So if you leave as it is latest one, then it will pick as a 77. Or if you want to go for any specific version release, also possible. Okay, so for example, if you select this one specific version, then you have to give the version. Like 77 is the most recent one. So we can go with the latest one. And this is a source alias, right? So which is the artifact what we have generated. So please refer my previous video how to, this will automatically generate when you publish the artifact, right? So we have published the artifact and we are passing the same artifact here, right? So that artifact name is REST-API, okay? So simply click on add. So it will be added here. So here you have the continuous deployment trigger option, right? So if you want to do the enable trigger, will create the release at every new build is available, right? So for each build, automatically it will create a new release if you enable this one. Okay, similarly, this is for pull request trigger. So whenever there is a pull request happens, so enabling this will create the release every time selected artifact is available because of pull request workflow, right? So these are the options what we have. So now we can see as a manual one, or you can go for the schedule also. Okay, so if you enable the schedule, so based on the schedule also we can run it. So we have just, selected the artifact. Now we have to add the stages, right? So when you click on the stage, okay. So just simply click on the stage, add new stage. So now what we have to do, we have to select on the empty jobs. You can name it this one as a dev, right? So simply click on close. Now we have to add the jobs, right? So for example, whatever the jobs that we have added here, right? So for example, installing the Newman, the requirement of executing our builds, our test, right? So in this case, so we are installing the Newman and we are running the Newman command, right? So to execute our Postman collections. So similarly, we can add the agents here as well. So for example, I'm just clicking on the command one. So I'm just simply adding this script. So this will print these 2 lines. Okay. So I'm just saving this one. Okay. This will be saved. So now the stage 1 is created. So when you go to the pipeline here, this is a new pipeline that is created recently. And you can go for edit. And this is a one. Okay. So the first stage is created, which is a dev, right? So if you want to add another one, you can simply click on here, add new stage, or you can simply clone this one also. So for example, I'm cloning this one. So that will come as a copy of dev. You can change it to QA, right? So similarly, I mean, before creating this, I just want to, okay, we have created job, right? So the same job will be applied to in the QA environment as well. So similarly, what you can do, you can simply click on the parallel also. So for parallel, just click on the add new stage, or one second. So here you can do that. From here, so select this one or select this one. We will add the new stage here. Yeah. So this is parallel environment. So for example, if you have two environments, QA1 and QA2, you can use it. Okay, this is like a QA1, right? So similarly, you can create. So next one also you can create as a UAT. Everything is possible. So now everything has one job. So on this, for example, I have done with this simple command line script, which is printing the this particular line. So in this real case, you have to follow the steps that want you to execute your script. For example, if it is a Maven, you have to you have to find the project and you have to pass the respective Maven commands to execute the build, right? So now it is dev QA1, QA2, it will go as a parallel. So for example, here we have some pre-deployment conditions, right? So when you click on this, this is all about the trigger, like after release or after stage or manually someone has to approve, right? So all the things we have. So we will go with the just release one. Okay. So here also we have a schedule, everything, and you can select the pre-deployment approvals, right? So for example, when you enable this one, you can give some names. So in my case, I have only one user, which is my name. I can give as a my username, right? So only if this user approves, then the release will get deployed. So similarly for post deployment also, we have a same set of conditions like auto trigger dates, and we have post deployment approval also, right? So here also you can see my name, right? So now I will disable this one. I will come to here and I will do the same setup here. Okay, I will add the pre-deployment approval. Okay, so this one I have added now. Now you can see that there is a tick indicator is coming. So where someone has to manually approve. Okay, so I just saved this one. Now we'll execute release. Just simply click on the create release. And this is the structure, and this is our artifact, and this is the latest version, right? So if you want to change, we can change it. Let it be the same. I'm just clicking on the create button now. So now you can see release one has been created. You can go to the pipeline tab, and here you can see release one is created, right? So when you click on this, you can see it will start the execution. It is under the queue now. So here you can see this required the pre-deployment approval, and here it doesn't require any pre-deployment approval since we have added the condition here. So you can go to the console. You can go to the logs. It is initializing the job. So it will come the step by step. So here we have only one step. So it is downloading the artifact now. And it is printing the console. Yeah, that's all. This is done, right? So when you come back here, you can see this one will be, okay, this is ready for approve, right? And this is started. So when you go to this QA1, you can see this it is in the progress, right? It is started automatically since we didn't add any pre-deployment approval. So here someone has to approval, which is my name is coming, right? So we can disable, we can cancel the deployment or we can approve it. So you can simply do the approval here. So this is manual approval. So once this is done, this is also queued. It will start the execution now. It will start the deployment now. Yeah, now you can see it has started the process. It is in the progress, right? So it will deploy and it will execute our code. So in this case, I have just used only the command line to print the statements. So in real time, it will be like this. So we will install and we will run the case, right? So after deployment, these are the steps that we have to follow to execute our script. So it may be differ, like where you can only execute your script only in the QA environment or only in the QA1 or QA-T, right? So it is based on your needs. So these are the options that what we have. Maybe we can use the variables also if you want to pass it from the, if you want to use in the script, you can use the variable here. And yeah, so let's wait for this build to be completed. Yeah, this is success, right? So when you come back here, you can see release 1, dev, QA, UAT, everything is done. So now, again, I will create one more thing. Like from here, I will clone it. Okay, so, and I will name this one as a UAT. Okay, so everywhere is, I'm copying the same job here also. So just clone. So the same job will be applied here as well. So we can create some task also. Okay, so now this is 4 4 things. Like if you want to delete, you can delete this one. So I'm deleting this one. Okay, so now we have to, okay, this one became empty. I will delete this one. Okay, so from here we can, just clone it. So with this one, we can name it as a UAT. Okay, so similarly, you can want to create for a prod also. Okay, fine. So this one we can name it as a prod. Okay, so this is how the deployment will go. So you can put the pre-condition and post-condition also, post-deployment approval conditions also. So that's all about this video. So how we are generating the build pipeline, and we are creating the artifact, and we are passing the artifact to across all the release pipeline to execute the same, right? So now we can save this one, and we'll go for a create release. And you can see release 2 has been created now. And we'll go to the new release. Yeah, this is the one, right? So this is the previous one, and this is the new one. So it is started running. Let's see. Yeah, it is in the queue. And if you want to deploy the same code before this get complete, also possible. So we can deploy it. So parallelly, it will start running the things. Okay, I will upload this one. And this one also I will upload. So in the real time, it will not be the case. It will be go in the flow one by one, like after dev, it will go to QA. And the QA will be testing all the test cases and all the functionality testing. And once that is done, if the build is okay or good build, and they will approve, it will go to UAT, and it will finally go to the prod. So in prod also I will deploy now. So since this is a free account, I don't have much options to explore. So whatever options that I have for a free account, I'm just exploring it. So there are maybe, I may miss something. If anybody knows more than this, or if you have more the knowledge on this, please feel free to update in the comment section. Okay, now it is in the queue for prod environment. It is started the progress. Okay. Okay, now it is succeed, right? So when you come out from the pipeline here, you can see all the builds are successful, right? So this is how we'll create. We have already seen how to create the build pipeline itself. I have created a couple of videos and it is available in my YouTube channel. So this is all about the Azure, building the build the pipeline and release pipeline. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys. If you guys know anything more than this, or you have much knowledge on the Azure DevOps, please feel free to update the comment section so I can also correct it in my future videos. Thank you guys.